Hello everyone, welcome to this video for my channel, The Mental Traveler. I'm Kiro Herrera, and today I'm going to be talking about the adaptations of the Poldark novels into TV series. One of them is from 1975, and the other one is from 2015. I've only seen half of the first one though, so I'm going to be a little bit more explicit about my comments in regards to the most recent adaptation. Both of them anyways are called Poldark. The one from 1975 has 29 episodes and it covers the first 4 books of the 12 Poldark novels. Then the one from 2015, so far 2 seasons have been released covering the first 4 books. And this year, in 2017, the 3rd season is going to come out, which is going to cover book 5 and 6. I think that the series from 1975 and 1977 is really well beloved among the Poldark fandom. When they wanted to do a sequel for it in 1997, I think, everyone was outraged because it was going to have a different casting and there were protests. So it's a really well-cherished treasure of British television. And as to the most recent one, I think it's been received positively. And since it was my introduction to the Poldark story, it's my favorite one, but I was surprised that I liked that original one a lot more than I thought that I would, so that was also nice. Anyways, hoping all of that made sense, this is going to be a review with mild spoilers, so beware. I am an Anglophile and a history lover, so whenever the BBC decides to make a period drama, I'm all in for it. And back in 2015 I saw the trailer for Poldark season 1, thought it was really cool, and so I watched the first season and I thought it was nice, but I didn't really fall for it that much. But then when I saw the second season a year later, I totally became addicted to the Poldark storyline, and then I decided to read the books and my love grew even more. When I was done with the novels, I decided to watch the 1975 production, and as I said, I just finished season 1 of that show. The story begins in 1783 when Ross Poldark comes home to Cornwall after fighting in the American War for Independence, and when he gets back to England he discovers that his world has turned upside down because his father is dead and his home is in ruins and the girl he wanted to marry is engaged to his cousin. And Ross' initial reaction to all of this is to drink, but pretty quickly he decides to survive and he starts working on the family mine. And one day he meets this poor girl called Demelza Kern. He hires her as his kitchen maid. And here in the book, years pass and we get a lot of storylines regarding the miners and other Poldark relatives. But in the 2015 series, it's just like months, I think, or maybe less than 2 years. And so many of the characters in this adaptation are aged up from the books. I should also say that Ross has an enemy called George Warlegan, who is this rich man who is the grandson of a blacksmith. So he's struggling with his backstory. Anyways, he and Ross, for many reasons, are at odds with each other all the time. For example, because George is also in love with Elizabeth, the woman Ross wanted to marry once he got back from America. Still, even though Ross still harbors feelings for Elizabeth, he isn't immune to the charms of Demelza, and the two end up falling in love and marry, which shocks his neighbors because she's his servant. And here I have to stop and say that Demelza is one of the most amazingly fantastic role models, characters that I've ever encountered in literature. Even though it takes Ross a while to get this, here it discovers that Demelza really is a treasure because she is both vulnerable and strong, passionate and charming, sweet and fierce, and the whole Poldark story revolves around her. She's like the center, a center of goodness. It's just fantastic. Anyways, also I love romance, and the Poldark novels have a lot of it, whether it's miners falling with each other or with people above or below their stations, as well as with their rich counterparts. And we get a lot of love triangles and unreciprocated love. And beyond Demelza, I really like the characters of Ross, George Warlegan, Aunt Agatha, Dwight Ennis, Caroline Penvennon, and well, I like others that haven't yet appeared in this series, but well, later on. For example, Drake and Morwena, Clowens, Jeremy. I give the Poldark series, both the 1975 version and the 2015 adaptation, a 5 out of 5 stars review. Even though they're not 100% accurate to the novels, they're both beautifully done, and what one lacks, the other one makes up for. I mean, the landscapes, the costumes, even the different approaches to the characters, they're really cool, and I thought that I would like one above the other, but in the end I like both of them because both adaptations bring different takes to the character, for example, of Demelza. So that was an interesting experience as a viewer. Even though while I was reading the books, I was imagining the actors and settings from the 2015 adaptation, it was a joy to discover that I did like the 1975 adaptation too. So even if some of the characters have changes in them, regardless of the adaptation, the original essence of the characters are still there. I recommend both of them. For the moment, this is all I have to say about the Poldark adaptations. Thank you very much for watching. Please let me know what you thought. Discuss with me of the 1975 one version or the most recent one. I would love to talk about it with fellow Poldark fans. In the description box below you can find a link to the IMDb page for the 1975 version and for the 2015 adaptation. When season 3 of Poldark comes out, I will be doing a review for it, as well as any other seasons that come out, which I'll keep my fingers crossed are many and cover all of the books. Anyways, I'm Carrera, the Mental Traveler. I wish you a fantastic week, fellow Poldark fans. Take care and I'll be seeing you soon. Goodbye!